I barely got any sleep. You know, I don't know why I subject myself to certain things just to make myself mad. Just to make myself, like if someone annoys me, I'll just relish in it.
Yeah.
Now, last night is a prime example. I could have gotten like a couple hours of sleep, you know, before the show. But Spaceballs was on. Now, let me tell you something.
If you say Spaceballs makes you mad, I'm going to walk out of here.
I fucking hate Spaceballs.
You do?
And I tweeted it last night. Look, maybe you got a different fucking recollection of that piece of shit movie. It's so bad. And I didn't have a revelation last night that it was bad. I've known it's been bad for years. And I've had to listen to people crow about that shit movie for years and years and quote it. It's not a quotable movie. It's a terrible fucking movie. Not funny. It's embarrassingly bad. Where you watch it and I'm embarrassed. Dude, I put it in the same category. Caddyshack 2.
Oh, stop it.
It's Caddyshack 2 bad.
Stop it.
Yes,
no, it's not.
It's not funny in the least.
You're just saying this to start a fight, so
No,
we get off to a good start here today.
You know why? Look at my Twitter. You will see that I was lambasting this movie last night.
Now, this is a fascinating subject matter. Because I love talking about movies that people say are classics that stink.
That suck.
But I don't agree with you about Spaceballs.
Now, how do you not? Please, enlighten me on why this is a good movie.
Here's the thing with Spaceballs, in my opinion, this is my theory on Spaceballs, is that is right around the time when Mel Brooks fell off. That was one movie before Life Stinks. Yeah. And everybody thinks that... Or no, that was one movie before Robin Hood Men in Tights, or like I can't remember what one of those two came after it. But the point is that everybody either thinks that the movie after Spaceballs was his first bad movie, or that Spaceballs was. And I think it's about when you were born. I was 11 or 12 when I saw Spaceballs, so it's got to, you know. Well,
that probably would explain it then, because only a dim-witted child would enjoy this movie. Here's a prime example. I'll give you some quotes from the movie.
Yeah.
Jam the radar. And then they got to say it like 3 more times. We're jamming. Get it? The radar. It's so... They're not even subtle about their dumb jokes. The jokes are horrible. But even if they presented it better, it might not be as bad. They're so... Comb the desert! Did you hear me, everyone? I said, get this, comb the desert. Oh, look, they got combs. It's not funny.
But there's funny parts in it. You're picking the 2 worst jokes in the movie. It's funny when he goes...
Those are the ones everyone quotes!
Well, then you're hanging out with the wrong people.
Well,
you're hanging out with
today?
Listen, you're calling it... It's funny when he goes, we can't stop. If we stop, it'll be too dangerous. That part's funny. See? Travis just laughed at that.
Oh, Joe, trust me, you have 2 people in this room that completely agree with you.
Thank you.
Nobody, aside from Anthony, is thinking that Spaceballs is not funny.
It's funny when he goes...
Fucking people hate it!
This is the same guy who enjoyed the reboot of The Three Stooges.
I just said...
Oh, and Bo! Oh!
I said it wasn't
as... bringing that up!
I said it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it wasn't.
Motherfucker. I bought that on blind faith because you...
What the fuck you buy things for?
Because you...
Yeah.
And the guy that produces... what's his name? That produces Imus in the morning.
Yeah.
You both said it was funny, so I bought the fucking thing on Amazon because I wanted to see it.
What happened?
It stinks. It's fucking
it's
terrible.
Spaceballs.
It isn't. It stinks.
You don't think that as just a fucking knockoff of the Three Stooges, it wasn't that bad?
I think if it was like an SNL sketch and they were like, we're gonna do a Three Stooges sketch, I'd be like, they did it. That was pretty funny.
Well, that already is better than fucking Spaceballs.
Why don't we talk about the fucking part in the Three Stooges where they have the sentimental scenes between them?
Oh, they were terrible.
To show that Mo actually loves them and has feelings.
Terrible.
Go fuck yourselves.
You are right. I think that was awful. I didn't say it was a great motion picture with fucking moments of tears and laughter.
I didn't say...
I just think when they fall off roofs, and when that whole scene where fucking Larry David was getting creamed at the bottom of the roof with shit flying off the roof, kind of funny.
I never saw that before.
A sledgehammer in the face is funny to me. Fucking Spaceballs, on the other hand, not one funny moment.
You know what? A sledgehammer in your face would be funny to me right now.
I would love it right now. It would give me some sleep.
You don't think it's funny when they put in the Spaceballs movie?
Look, I really enjoyed the 80 fucking times they referenced that it was a movie. All right, we get it. We get it. You're referencing the fact that you're in a movie. How about once or maybe twice you do that? The entire fucking movie, they're just constantly making "we're in a movie" joke. Really?
It's funny. It's funny when he goes. When Michael Winslow keeps doing sound effects, and then Rick Moranis' man starts punching the console because he keeps doing it. That part's funny. It's funny how mad he gets.
You're fucking saying Michael Winslow?
No.
Michael Winslow part is funny?
No, I'm saying the Rick Moranis, what Rick Moranis does in that part is funny. Rick Moranis is funny.
And, oh, boy, Yogurt as Yoda. They called him Yogurt. The Schwartz. I can't even say it. I'm fucking embarrassed saying it. I'm sitting here and I got to hide my head. The Schwartz. Shut up. Oh, is that awful? It's terrible. It's terrible.
Stop it. You're ruining Spaceballs for me.
They ruined it the second it fucking came out.
Don't listen.
Oh, what a waste of fucking celluloid.
Stop it. Stop it.
Terrible. The Schwartz. Oh, we get it. He's an over-the-top Jew. Oh,
now
God.
It comes out. Now it comes out why you didn't like the movie.
Oh, Mel Brooks stunk in that one. Oh, God. He's trying to recapture the moment from fucking Blazing Saddles with the mayor and the fucking governor. It's like the same type of character.
When?
The fucking guy from Spaceballs, the
president?
Yeah, that guy.
You think John Candy was funny in it?
Barf. Oh, I get it. His name's Barf. He's half man, half dog. He's his own best friend.
Oh, come on, Ant. You're being too hard on this movie.
Oh, his tail is sticking out the back of the uniform.
Look, and then the black guys have an afro pick instead of a comb.
Of course they do. We get it. We get it. It's so bad. It's so incredibly bad that I was so pissed off that I couldn't stop watching it. That's how angry it got me. Look, I'm pissed from a movie.
Yeah, I know. You're really angry. I don't like seeing you like this.
I hate it.
I don't like when you're angry like this at all.
Joe.
I'll tell you a classic, quote, classic, unquote, comedy that everybody loves that I've watched over and over and tried to think is funny, and I'm like, there's two parts that make me laugh, and that's it.
What is it?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with you. I'm not a big fan.
And I love Jim Carrey. I love Jeff Daniels. Fairley Brothers, Kingpin might be my favorite comedy ever. Mm-hmm. And Dumb and Dumber, I'm like, it's just not that fucking funny.
Not that funny.
People talk.
Did you see it when it first came out, or
I
after?
saw it in the theater on opening night.
And you didn't think it was funny?
And my friend and I walked out. My friend and I not walked out of the movie. Like we watched it. No, I don't mean like walked out, but I mean after the movie we left and we went to a Denny's, and the waitress goes, "What did you guys do tonight?" And we said we went to see Dumb and Dumber. She goes, "Oh, how is it?" And my buddy goes, "It's exactly what you'd expect." It's a really, really weak, bad movie that they made so they could have like 5 scenes where Jim Carrey's pretty funny in it. And that's how we looked at it. We were like, yeah, it's one of those movies where they took like a guy that's really funny and just like put this shitty movie around him so he could be funny in it. Like, I never ever thought it was quality in any sense. And I've watched it repeatedly because over the years people have said to me, dude, it's my favorite comedy. And then I watch it and I go, it's just not that fucking funny. It's not that fun. Like Me, Myself, and Irene is funnier than that movie. Kingpin destroys it. Kingpin kills Dumb and Dumber. It kills it. Something About Mary is funnier than Dumb and Dumber.
Something About Mary might be funny.
Three Stooges is dumb.
Three Stooges. I'm not fucking taking a heat. I didn't give it a rousing fucking.
You said it was funny.
Recommendation. I said it was funny. I said it was funnier than everybody said it was going to be.
You said I suggest everyone go out and buy this.
It wasn't. Not. And it wasn't funnier than everybody said. It was exactly what everybody said.
I was imagining. And I wasn't even sitting there going like, oh, you know, I bet this is going to be funny. I sat there like, oh, this is going to suck. And then I found myself chuckling and chuckling at some parts.
Yeah, there were a couple parts where I legitimately laughed out loud. But it was so poorly made. Like, every time they showed, like, the graphic of the three of them at the top of each story, where it was supposed to be the throwback to the old one, it looked so shitty, and it literally looked like a 12-year-old made it on Photoshop. Like he just cut out Will Sasso's head and put it on this screen. Yeah, and they put so little effort into the production value. Also, I'm watching a Three Stooges movie. I don't need to hear a pop song that was made in 2010 in the fucking background as they're doing their antics. It takes me out of it. It takes me out of it. And I'm not unwilling to disbelieve that the studio ruined the movie, because they were trying to make that for like 7 years. Yeah. And they had all those great actors attached to it, and everybody kept walking. There's a reason they kept walking. So I'm sure like the studio probably fucked it up.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but you know, on the other hand, you like Spaceballs, so how can I take anything you say?
I'm sure there's something you like that stinks.
Oh, I'm sure. I understand. But the thing is,
it's not fun if you just admit to it.
Well,
you're supposed to fight me on it.
No, I'm not going to let people get away with this Spaceballs thing, though, because, and this is why, there are plenty of movies that I think stink and shit, but this movie, for some reason, is beloved by people, that when you bring up Mel Brooks movies and they start talking, you know, you start talking Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles, people start going like, oh, how about Spaceballs? Just because they feel they're obligated to say that it's good, and it's not. It's a terrible movie. It's not even just not good. It's a terrible movie.
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why, because most people saw it when they were 11 or 12. They had their Star Wars nostalgia on fucking high. I mean, dude, I saw that movie after Return of the Jedi came out, when I thought I was never going to get to see anything Star Wars ever again. And then Mel Brooks makes this movie with, like, fart jokes in it that makes fun of Star Wars, and I loved it.
But it just...
If I saw it at your age, how old were you when it came out?
Look...
I don't mean it like that.
I was at an age where I should laugh at fucking juvenile comedy. I still do. The thing is, it's not funny. Even as a kid... It's not funny. I remember watching it in the movie theater and going like, "This, I wanted it to be funny. I wanted to laugh at this fucking movie." And I sat there going like, "Oh man, I'm not." And like the forced laughs, you'd hear people like, ah. There wasn't any fucking explosions of laughter in the theater because it's not fucking funny.
It killed when I saw it.
Oh. What, you fucking a retard house?
No, because I was in there with kids. I was in there with a bunch of parents with their kids watching it. My mom didn't like it. I remember you were probably my mom's age when it came out.
Oh, crap. It's terrible.
No, my buddy is in his 40s. He's in his mid-40s. He says the same thing. He loves Mel Brooks. He goes, Spaceballs is not a good movie. He thinks that whatever movie came before Spaceballs was Mel Brooks' last good movie, which was what?
Well, there was High Anxiety. There was, I think it might have been, was it Men in Tights?
No, that was after.
That was after? All right, what do we got?
Hold
on. Writer-director was History of the World Part 1 in 81, and then Spaceballs in 87.
History of the World Part 1, another piece of shit.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, come on! You're just saying that.
Funnier than Spaceballs, but again.
Come on, Anthony.
Again, not one of these... hilarious movies.
Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
When's the last?
Give me a little clip of that. Find a funny clip from History of the World and let me see.
Play the stand-up philosopher scene.
All right.
That's my favorite scene.
Stand-up philosopher. All right. All right. Here we go. Stand-up philosopher. Huh?
Oh, this isn't it.
No, they're walking. They're by the.
This part's funny though.
Unemployment.
Gladiator. Did you kill last week? No. Did you try to kill last week?
All right, that's kind of funny. All right, I'm in.
Now listen, this is your last week of unemployment insurance. Either you kill somebody next week, or we're going to have to change your status. You got it? Yeah. Okay. Sign this.
Here comes a classic line coming up right here.
Next.
B. Arthur.
Occupation. Stand-up philosopher. What? Stand-up philosopher. I coalesce the vapor of human experience into a viable and logical comprehension. Oh. A bullshit artist. Did you bullshit last week?
All right, I'm laughing. Maybe I'm willing to say perhaps I was in error on that one.
All right.
But I did watch fucking Spaceballs, and it sucked ass. So I'm not taking that back.
Listen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about other.
Let me mention a movie. It doesn't necessarily have to be comedy, but a movie that I was watching yesterday where it was a good movie, and they just ruined the fucking franchise. No surprises here. I mean, people remember. The Matrix. When I was watching the fucking Matrix, and the first one, right from the beginning, Trinity's badass, just killing fucking cops. It was a good movie. And then they changed it to this sentimental, faggotry fucking crap movie with all this fucking mumbo-jumbo. Oh, the rest of those stink. And it stinks more when you see how good the original Matrix was.
Fuck the Matrix. It can suck my fucking digital dick.
Even the first one? First one ruled.
I'll go through the first one. I like the first one. It's just, here's what bothers me with the Matrix. As soon as that came out, everybody thought it was like that they were like smart because they saw one Wachowski brothers interview where they explained the philosophies it was based on. Right. Then every fucking nerd that saw it was like, it's better than Star Wars because it was based on these philosophies. Well, so was Star Wars, douchebag. But Lucas didn't have to jerk his cock in every fucking interview he did.
There you go.
Because he was too busy making a goddamn fucking enterprise. Sorry, an empire, excuse me. It just shut the fuck up. Well, Neo stands for Christ, does he? Does he? Is that why he dies like this with his arms outstretched? Go fuck yourselves.
We're very angry at movies this morning. I like the original. But man, really, you're having a rave in the cave there? A big fucking smelly, sweaty rave?
That was like the collective, huh?
It stunk. What the fuck was that about? Get back to fucking the agents chasing you and shooting people.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I never saw the two that they filmed after The Matrix.
Oh, you didn't?
Because everybody just told me that they were terrible. So I have this, I have this nice memory of The Matrix that so few people have.
Yeah.
And I have no interest in seeing the other two because everybody says they're complete shit.
Terrible.
Yeah. The second one had moments that were awesome because of the action, but the story, I didn't give a rat's ass. I was just like sitting in the theater going, I don't fucking
care.
The
original?
No, the second one.
Oh, the second one. Yeah. Oh, the second one's that one's just nothing. That could just be taken right out of the mix with the albino shitheads and fucking. I don't even know what the fuck. And the third one, all right.
And by the way,
cool action, but
and by the way, if you're gonna sit there and fucking go, listen, here's the deal. These machines, they have us all connected to these machines, and if you take this pill, you can realize that the normal good life we're living is not real, and then you can just be awake in this fucking rainy cave, and then have to worry constantly, give yourself ulcers and cancer because these machines are going to descend on us at any minute. Or you can just stay plugged into this machine; it doesn't fucking matter. What are the stakes of them pulling themselves out of the machine? The machines aren't going to end them. The machines don't have a problem with their existence within this virtual reality. What is the problem with living in that virtual reality? Other than, well, we're being controlled. Yeah, but the machines made it better for you. Do you understand that? Do you want to live in this fucking stony apocalypse world that you're living in?
I never thought of it like that, Joe.
It's ridiculous.
So you're saying that it's a good thing to be plugged in and just live your virtual life.
When I saw the first movie, and there's that scene with Joey Pantoliani, or whatever the fuck his name is, and
Joey Pants.
Yeah,
the informer.
Yeah, and he's eating the informer in every movie he's in.
He's a terrible person.
We need a rat. I'll do it. Fucking poor man's Bruno Kirby.
Yeah, he really is.
Bruno Kirby was a poor man's Joe Pesci. So that scene where in the first one where he's eating the steak and he's got the cigar and he goes, as I eat this steak and I drink this wine and I smoke this cigar, ignorance is bliss. Like when I was watching the movie the first time, I was like, he's right.
I'm in with this guy.
Like, what does he do? He's right.
He wanted to be fucking important and well off, and they're like, yep, all right.
Yeah, here's money that doesn't exist that you can spend on things that don't exist in this virtual casino we've created for you.
Yeah.
Whereas in this real world, you have to buy things with rocks.
No free will, though.
To do
Who
what?
cares? You're right. Walk around some stony apocalypse. I gotta agree with you there, Joe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Here's your choice, Ant. You're plugged into a machine, and we're in this room.
Yeah.
And we can leave and go maybe get laid or go get drunk or smoke a cigarette or eat a steak. Or we'll unplug you and you live in Fraggle Rock.
And have these holes down your spine that would make me woozy, nauseous, and vomit thinking about them. I'd get all faint. I'd put my finger in one and be like, well, I'm woozy.
Oh, you finally the fuck Trinity and you got a fucking...
Yeah.
Can I get a third finger in your back bolt?
Your back bolt. Yeah, really. You're diddling her and fucking... You're giving her the shocker in her back.
Some rusty pussy fucking... Oh, it's disgusting.
I never realized that, like, one of the options to watching the movie and thinking about it was, why don't they just fucking accept it?
There's not...
Accept your lot.
Because in Star Wars, it's like, well, there's this oppressive thing that in our actual reality that is going to kill us, that's going to end us, it's going to take away our freedoms, and we will be very aware of it. In that movie, it's like, but you're not free, but you're unaware of it. So it's like the fucking...
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. There's some cliche to throw in the mix. It's too early. I can't think of it.
It's hard to think of a cliche. You know what? I never take calls, but let's go down from line one. Fuck it.
Line
one. Yeah. Let's see what Mike.
Yeah, what's up, boys?
What's happening, man?
Like, hey.
I gotta know, Anthony. You don't find that the scene in Spaceballs funny when that guy's like chest explodes and that thing comes out and starts singing?
Oh, the alien goof, where they goofed on that, and the thing comes out and starts singing like Michigan J. Frog or something.
Yeah, and what about the part where they catch their stunt doubles? That shit's hilarious.
I think he's being sarcastic, Ant.
I hope so.
I think he is. I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
That's what we were going at. I like a good movie break.
Yes. I watched Batman Forever the other day, and
Batman and Robin or Batman Forever?
Batman Forever with the Riddler and Two-Face. I'd forgotten how horribly Joel Schumacher ruined the whole franchise.
Yeah.
He completely fucked everything up.
It's so funny when those two movies came out, and I was still in college. We were all bitching about like, ruined this fucking Batman franchise. God damn it! And my friend Aaron was the only guy familiar with Joel Schumacher, and he just goes, I don't know what anybody expected. They get this big gay guy to direct Batman movies.
Oh, that was the one with Jim Carrey, right?
I mean, and you look back now, especially with the Batmans that we have now, and you look at Two-Face in The Dark Knight versus Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face.
Dude, Batman Returns stunk, and I'm a huge Danny DeVito fan, a big Michelle Pfeiffer fan.
Yeah, Jimmy
and Jimmy, and but it stunk. It's Tim Burton's technically the original Batman movie with Keaton.
Yeah,
is not, if you're going to judge it by like the comic book standard, is not very good. There's a lot of horseshit that he threw in there. Tim Burton takes a lot of liberties with.
It's a good movie though.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. Batman Returns is bad. Like the penguins that drag the body into the water, and the penguins that come out with rockets on their back.
Terrible.
The cats chew Michelle Pfeiffer's fingers, and then all of a sudden she has cat power. It's like, it makes
Tim
no
Burton
sense.
didn't even like that movie.
Oh, I am looking at Jim Carrey as the Riddler here, and just douching
Dude,
out.
I watched this movie. I had no idea. The Riddler is gay.
Yeah?
Like, he's a gay guy. If you watch the movie again, he's definitely gay. Like, even before he turns into the Riddler, he's just got pictures of Bruce Wayne all over his house. He's obsessed with him.
Obsessed.
He wears a glittery out. That's the other thing too. The Riddler is not the Joker, and neither is Two-Face. And Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey both played those characters like the Joker. They're always laughing, and it's all maniacal, and they're crazy, and it's like.
And you know it's going to be bad because the movie starts with Batman getting into his Batmobile, and it has to be the cute, funny movie trailer line with Alfred saying, "Do you want a sandwich?" And Batman's first line in the movie is, as he's standing next to the Batmobile, "I'll get drive-through." And you're just like, this is where we're going with this.
That is hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
Yeah, that's right there with let's jam the radar. Joe.
It's it.
Jesus, Joe.
It's it. Jesus Christ, Joe.
Jesus Christ, Joe. What the fuck are you doing, Joe?
Baseball's a classic. Fuck it. Yeah, why don't we jam the radar? No, it's fucking hilarious.
Let's comb the desert. Jesus, Joe. Jim Norton is here with us.
I'm enjoying this discussion because I just saw that was on the other day, the Michelle Pfeiffer. I watched part of it, and it fucking
stinks,
right?
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Terrible fucking...
Who's the Ivy lady standing in the ivy? The plants they were showing that?
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Oh, who was that? That was
Uma Thurman. That was Batman and Robin with Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl.
Oh, God, yes.
Fat Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, the fat one. When she was all fat.
Right before she started feeding her baby out of her mouth.
Yeah. And
it's just fucking... It's just fucking terrible.
And that's it, like, Bane is like a real villain in this new Batman.
Yeah.
And in Batman and Robin, he's just a doofus in a wrestling mask.
Was he like a flunky?
He can't talk. He's just Poison Ivy's lackey.
Did you like the new one? Oh, you did. I hated it. Oh, yeah. He had the. That's right. At the cellar, me and Keith were fucking teamed up on Derosa.
Oh, really? For liking the
it's one of the few times I agreed with Keith. Yeah, he actually, Joe liked it. We didn't like the new one.
The funniest part of that tragedy was when Keith goes, Bane stunk. Bane's Bobby Kelly. I'm sick of Bane looking at Bobby. And Jim started covering his face and doing Bane Bobby Kelly. It was so fucking funny.
Bobby Kelly.
Oh, my God. That was killing me. What were you?
He is fucking Bobby.
Big fatso. Yeah, I didn't like it. I know you did, but I thought it was terrible. Boring. It bored me. The story was unbelievable. I mean,
really
that
liked
not
it.
believable.
But did you like? I can't remember if we talked about this. Did you like Batman Begins?
Because it bored me too. It was okay. I think the second one was a fucking Ledger was masterful. It was masterful. The second one, but the first one was decent. The second one was amazing, and the third one, I hated Michael Caine in it, and I love Michael Caine.
Right.
But just blubbering through the whole movie.
Weepy Alfred.
Yeah, I felt like I let you down. Oh, fuck yourself. I didn't need that speech. I wasn't in that frame of like we knew he was going to get out of the jail. There was nothing about it to keep me interested.
Really?
Yeah, you knew. I didn't care that he was in this dumb jail and he had to climb out.
Yeah.
And they're all yelling some dumb climb out chant.
That was an interpretation. That was an interpretation of the Lazarus Pit, which I thought was really cool. Because in the comics, Ra's al Ghul is literally immortal. And the way he's always reborn is he has this thing called the Lazarus Pit that he goes into and he's reborn out of it. And I like the interpretation they did of that, where the Lazarus Pit was this thing that he had to climb out of in order to live or whatever.
Jesus
and I just
Christ,
thought that was
making us feel stupid.
Where were you when the movie was playing? They ought to hire Derosa to sit in the audience and tell everybody this. I might have respected that a bit more if I had you with me.
But I think it's safe to say that you probably weren't a big fan of the trilogy. It was more you were a fan of Heath Ledger's performance in the second one, and that's really what you locked onto. Because Kurt Metzger and I were talking, and Kurt goes, by movie standards, the third movie is better than the second one. It's just Heath Ledger's performance is so good in the second one that everybody thinks that's a better movie.
I don't even think the third one was that good, though, because the storyline for the third one was the police get locked underground because he makes something blow up.
That was pretty fucking stupid.
Don't walk out on the ice. That it just... You know, maybe it was well acted, but I didn't care about what was happening. I just didn't give a shit.
That was kind of lame, that whole fucking
the Joker was
cops locked down there.
Yeah. Joker was blowing up a hospital. He fucking kills the guy's chick. Like there was a lot of very personal stuff there, but the underlying Occupy message of this movie annoyed me. It was insultingly simple. Yeah, we get it. The rich people are bad. We get it.
But I thought they muddied that argument in a good way, where they made it look a little, where they were like, no, it's not that rich people are bad. All these people have turned on Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne actually ends up being their savior. Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool, that it wasn't completely one-sided. But I also thought the thing I liked about it was I think they did a lot of metaphorical, I don't know if that's a word, stuff with the movie, in the sense that they made it where it was like where the story came to a close with Batman literally saving Gotham. They put Gotham in a state where Batman had to come back and literally free them in like a prisoner sense, and not just we're being held captive figuratively by criminals or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like that.
But didn't he free them in the second one too? How many times is he going to do the same fucking job for these shitty people?
What's he supposed to
terrible.
do?
The people got them.
What's he supposed to do? Paint a water tower? He's fucking Batman. He's got to save.
I get it.
Oh, what's he supposed to clean up
for
trash?
Alfred? He was a man doing the metaphor of a woman crying. It drove me nuts. Hated
this looks terrible too. Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
This might be the worst 3 minutes of film.
I'm telling you.
What is this one?
It looks terrible.
This is the Schwarzenegger one.
It looks like the
Poison
TV
Ivy.
series.
Who is this? Chris O'Donnell and who else?
This is with Bane and
Clooney.
George Clooney. And the nipples that they put on.
The nipple costume.
This is the one where
Costume.
Mr. Freeze, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger, comes out and tells everybody to chill.
That's fun.
Dude, that's Bane.
That's Bane. Turn that up. I got to hear this.
It's so bad.
Oh, he's kicking him and punching him.
He doesn't even talk. He just goes,
Yeah.
He is wearing a wrestling mask.
yeah.
This looks like somebody Sam would want a picture with.
He has a dumb tube on the back of his hat.
Yeah.
Pretty birdie.
Who's that?
That's Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
They really tried to make this like the TV show version.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
So
like
corny,
It's corny.
catchphrasey.
Yeah, like I can watch the Adam West movie because that's what it is.
Supposed to be a goof.
You know?
yeah.
But
It's,
not
I
this.
love that old TV series. I love it.
But this,
Yeah.
like, the color looks fucking weird. And
Look at this. Joel Schumacher takes it over. There's a giant ice cream cone.
Of
There's
course.
nipples on the costumes.
nipples, fucking. Oh, God.
I would have made
Well, yeah.
Bane a big muffly guy.
And then in the Val Kilmer one where he puts on his new Batman suit, there's close-ups on each part of the suit, and there's giant close-ups of his crotch and ass. Like it's just like there's the Batman logo, there's the mask, there's his dick and balls.
Joel, what do you think the Batman series is missing? Pink. Lots of pink.
Yeah, the colors are kind of weird in this.
Very bright. And,
This is more towards the old TV show. It
yeah,
looks like.
the weird shadows. Will
Yeah.
Batman save Gotham?
Look at that stupid Bane hand.
Bane is stupid in this.
And I love that the only two people that stayed in the series were the guy that played Gordon and the guy that played Alfred. Were the only two that were like, yeah,
Yeah, might as well.
I'll write it out.
Yes, Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
Chill.
I don't think I ever saw this one.
It's so utterly
It's awful.
bad.
You should
it's
watch it
revoltingly bad.
just to get upset.
That's what I did last night
Now-
with Spaceballs.
Oh,
There's
there he is.
Mr. Freeze.
I own this because I bought the four. You know,
I
when
got
you get the
box
4 in
set.
1.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
can't
got
blame
that.
me. I didn't tell you to buy it.
He's just kicking them down the steps now.
And Mr. Freeze is one of the coolest fucking villains ever. And I mean, this is an atrocity what they did to it.
Coolest villains.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Freeze.
Yeah.
You should write for the fucking movie.
That was an accident. Just comes out of me, you know.
All right, with the Poison Ivy
Right,
blowing
just goes
shit.
around blowing shit. in
He
people's
actually
face.
looks like Robin, though, in the face. Like, he actually looks like Burt Ward.
Yeah. How does he keep that mask on?
You're the star.
I don't get that.
How's he keep it on with cum?
Yeah, this is awful. All right,
Yeah, this
terrible.
is not good. I want to see Schwarzenegger. I would think he'd be a good choice for a villain in this, but
No, he's so stiff and dumb.
okay.
But,
Did you ever see The
Yes.
Terminator? That was fucking good.
well,
He's-
yeah.
He would have been cool if they did Freeze the way Freeze is supposed to. Like Freeze is a very like sort of ominous, like menacing. He's very cryptic and like calculated. And he's a cool
Yeah.
fucking villain, man. And they made him this goofball. Oh, it's so
Who
ridiculous.
was better than Heath Ledger's the Joker?
There it
honestly?
is. That's
Nobody.
the Batman
Nobody.
fucking looking at all his parts.
Yeah.
That might be the
Sure
best
his
villain in a
dick and
movie
asshole.
ever.
Right.
Like that's something with like Darth Vader.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's better than Darth Vader.
Terrible.
See,
God, they
there's
showed his
his
ass
dick.
and his dick. Oh my God, this is so gay. This is so gay.
Oh, the pulling the pants up.
Oh
that
man.
fucking Loverboy album cover shot.
I'm afraid that the conditioners left me cold.
These are all his bad quotes.
The Iceman cometh.
In this universe, there's only one absolute. Everything freezes. You're not sending me to the cooler. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Oh, God.
Coming, the icy cold of space.
Is he just winging this? Is there a script, or is he just...
The icy tomb will plummet back to Gotham.
I just wing it.
Stay cool, bird boy.
Freeze Chipperson.
Will you be cold, Batman? You have 11 minutes to thaw the bird.
Batman.
Breezy. I'm feeling hot.
I find that unlikely.
What do you say we heat things up?
My passion thaws for my pride alone.
What? Talk about you cold.
Who's that?
Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, right, okay.
Unless the city bows to my demands, it's winter forever here in Gotham. When people talk during the movie.
That's funny.
All right, everyone, chill.
Chip liked it.
Fucking home run freeze.
Jesus, lemon dust.
Yeah.
Designed to heat a man's blood. It doesn't work on a cold-hearted. Now, if you please. Cool party.
We have another 2 minutes.
I know, and enough of this. I've had it with him.
I know I'm in the minority, but I'm actually enjoying Arnold. The shitty writing isn't his fault.
He's awful.
I like him.
What, you like him as Freeze?
I do, but the shitty writing is not his fault. The punny writing is not his fault.
Look at the way they got the guy dressed in jail.
Yeah, with
Did
the
you see that?
jail stripes like
Oh,
the
my
old
God.
days.
Did
It's
you
just like a
see?
throwback to the old show, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's that's what they were trying to do. I mean, you saw the shot of Robin literally frozen in ice. You know, it's
Yeah,
like they were trying to make it real comic
silly.
booky because they were like, well, the Burton stuff was too dark.
Everyone,
But it was the same,
yeah.
like, storyline, so it didn't make any sense.
Every time they have a fucking Batman thing, it's like, oh, that was too dark, and then they go back to this, and then like, we want to take it back to dark where it
Yeah.
was. It's just fucking. This stinks.
That fucking line in Batman Returns makes me want to puke.
Which one?
When Michelle Pfeiffer goes, you know, what is it about you? Or something about like how Batman's sexy, and he goes, is it the car? Chicks dig the car.
Yeah. That's another one of those movie trailer lines. They
A
just
movie
put it in
trailer
for
Is that
line.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton, or is that...
Yeah.
That was Keaton, yeah.
That movie sucks.
It's terrible.
But Batman Returns is better than either of the Joel Schumacher movies.
Yeah, but that's like saying, you know, I mean, you know, that's like saying Back to the Future 2 is definitely better than Back to the Future 3.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
no
yeah.
shit.
Back to the
He was
Future.
on my flight.
Huh?
Michael J. Fox on my
Fox.
flight.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
meet him?
Well, I met him
cool.
before. I said hello, but that was it.
Is he like the nicest? He seems like
The
he'd be
nicest, and he sleeps like a rock. I went to piss. I was like, I wonder what it's like for Michael J. Fox to sleep out like a light and fucking not moving.
Really?
Yeah, he sleeps
he
better
must
than
love
fucking
sleep.
Yeah, man, he sleeps better than any of us do. Fuck, he didn't move for fucking 4 hours.
I'd love to meet that guy.
Does that frustrate you that he has Parkinson's and he sleeps better than
Oh,
you?
than you
Dude,
do on a plane.
I
Wow.
fucking laid there wide awake with my mouthpiece in, staring. There was a girl next to me in the middle seat, and I really did think, because she was asleep with her face like kind of facing me, and I'm like, how much trouble would I get in if I just stood up and rubbed my dick on her lips? like, how much trouble?
A lot, I bet.
A heap.
Wow, that's you, just that you think that is great.
I think every guy would think that if they saw
Yeah.
that pretty face there, yeah.
and her mouth was open a little.
No, just kind of, no lips were closed, but it was
Yeah.
just pretty little pursy lips.
You just start kissing her.
Yeah.
Oh, how terrible.
She'd freak out,
Oh
scream.
my God.
Hit you.
Comic arrested on a flight.
What's creepier? What would be creepier, rubbing your dick on her lips or just slowly kissing her as she was asleep? I don't know what would be creepier than
She'd probably freak out about the dick more. The slowly kissing is probably creepier, but
Oh yeah,
she'd
yeah.
freak out about the
Yeah.
The
dick.
dick can be interpreted as a joke. But the kissing is really sick.
I was goofing.
It was a goof. I rubbed my yam bag on her lips. She was asking for it.
Do you think Val was a bad Batman?
You know, it's like you were saying about Schwarzenegger. Val Kilmer's a good actor, so it can only get as good as the writing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or as bad as the, you know what I mean? So it's like he did the best he could with everything. I thought he was a decent Bruce Wayne, but it was still just so shittily fucking written that it's like hard to get around.
Christian Bale's a great Bruce Wayne. He's just a shit Batman.
I think he's a good Batman.
Terrible little kid voice.
You don't like the voice?
The people of Gotham need closure.
Shut up.
That dumb. Oh, that's right. We don't know it's you because your voice is gravelly.
like this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Where is she? Come on. That stinks. But he's great
like
as
that.
Bruce Wayne. He's a great actor.
He's a great
I don't
Bruce
like
Wayne.
that dumb choice he's made to make the voice.
You think it was him?
Of course.
Yeah?
Oh, God, yeah.
Huh.
It is an extreme choice. I thought Keaton did a good job with the voice, where he sounded different enough.
I don't remember. How did he sound as Batman? I don't remember.
He just kind of sounded like Michael Keaton, just a little gravelly, and he dropped his voice down a little. He did what Christian Bale does, but he did it way, like 10 degrees
Better
less.
than, yeah.
So you were like, all right, if nobody knew who he was, or you only talked to him once, you wouldn't think, oh, that's Bruce
that whole
Wayne.
concept, of course, it's been done 1,000 times, but it's ridiculous to even think like that. You'd have to disguise the voice because you wouldn't be able to notice that it's the fucking mouth. Even like the girls that are interested in Bruce Wayne, they see Batman and start talking to him, and they don't realize like the mouth is the same fucking mouth.
Eyes are the same.
Right. So why change the voice around then? Why have him talk like this? I'm mysterious. Is that? Oh, let's hear what he sounds like as what Michael Keaton did with it.
Don't kill me, man!
This is Michael Keaton versus Christian Bale.
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
That part's awesome.
I hated that moment in that movie.
Why?
That weak moment. That weak. Pause this, Travis. That was in the trailer, I think.
Of course.
I'm Batman.
No, that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, I hated the way he delivered
Who
that.
are you?
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
I
have a string of Batmobiles. I'm Batman. I've always hated that. I'm Batman.
That got a huge cheer when I was in the theater when I was a kid and I saw it.
God, you and the dumb fucking people you went to the movies with.
Exactly.
Spaceballs.
Can we hear that line again?
They're roaring at the fucking hilarious jokes in Spaceballs.
I never saw that.
It's terrible.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
That part's awesome.
Yeah, Batman. Awesome. I'm Batman. Fucking meat voice.
And away we go.
What?
No, just Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
It's the same line. It's a throwback to it.
What the hell are you? I'm Batman.
Ew.
That was actually better.
You liked that one better?
I don't like his lip the way he does it. Elvis with
Oh, he did kind of. He did do a weird thing with his mouth.
He curls his lip up.
I'm Batman.
Oh, I'm Batman.
The top lip always lifts up.
He made the Sam taking a picture mouth.
He's doing that so so his lips look different when he talks, which he's just doing a better acting job. I just don't like it. I'm Batman.
That's stupid.
Watch his dumb lip whenever he does Batman. Wait after the Joker's gonna get us again. His fucking dumb lip.
His dumb lip.
That bugs me.
You don't like that, huh?
No, I don't. And you shouldn't either.
No, I don't. I wouldn't.
I remember when we heard that Michael Keaton was going to be Batman, everybody was like, is it going to be a comedy? Like, I don't understand. Like, nobody, like, it was so confusing to
He was
everybody.
the funny guy.
He pulled it off,
That's all he did.
He
was
was great.
funny movies.
He's good.
Yeah. He's
probably
a great actor.
Second to Christian Bale. As far as Batman
That's a rough thing to do. Like,
I would put him on par.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would put him on par. He just was in, unfortunately, worse Batman movies.
That's a hard thing to do, to go from, like, being a comedy guy to serious role guy.
It is.
And, Jimmy. But he pulled it off, I think. And then he just disappeared. He just dropped off the face of the earth.
Some guys pull it off, and some guys don't, Ant, is what I find.
Oh.
Is that some guys can make that transition.
Right.
Whereas others cannot.
Keaton had to go back to comedy after that, though, because that's when he did Multiplicity and stuff like that.
Well, I like Multiplicity.
What? You don't like Dumb and Dumber, but you like Multiplicity? You think Multiplicity is a better movie than Dumb and Dumber?
I think Michael Keaton's really funny at it. I think he's funny at it.
Multiplicity is better. Just say Multiplicity is better than Dumb and Dumber.
Makes me laugh more than Dumb and Dumber.
Makes me laugh more.
Fuck
so he's
Dumb and
covering
Dumber.
up.
You big
No,
Jack
fuck
Frost fan,
Multiplicity.
too?
Jack Frost.
You like when Michael Keaton goes, "I like pizza" because he's the fifth copy, so he's not as good.
No, but I do like when he goes. I like when he goes when the doctor goes, "What do you do for in your leisure to relax?" And he goes, "I like to golf, and I get to do that. Let's see, about never. Gonna have to cut back on that." It's funny, man. Michael Keaton's funny. He makes me
Michael
laugh.
Keaton's a funny guy. He was always very good at.
It's not
Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom was fucking funny, right?
I love Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom.
What are you gonna do in here? 220, 222, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Those movies aren't as good.
You want a beer? It's 6 in the morning. Scotch? Fucking great. Fucking great.
No Michael Keaton movie is as good as Dumb and Dumber.
Shut your face. Beetlejuice is better than Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, hey,
All right, maybe Beetlejuice. But
Beetlejuice
beyond
destroys
Beetlejuice,
Dumb and Dumber.
beyond Beetlejuice, no other Michael Keaton movie. Comedy.
Fucking gung-ho.
You're laughing. Fucking
funny.
Travis is watching Multiplicity.
I like pizza.
It's funny.
Yeah?
It's funny. Eugene
What did I
Levy's
say?
fucking hilarious in this movie.
Let's see what happens here. Turn that up. All right.
I like pizza.
He's the fifth copy.
Yeah.
Get a cage. He says, get a cage about a retard.
Copy of the copy.
Come on, it's
of the
fucking
copy,
hilarious.
right?
Much worse.
Yeah. It's no Spaceballs.
No.
But
Spaceballs is better.
Spaceballs is so utterly bad. I'm kind of bummed that Jimmy never saw it because I would love to watch him just say how fucking horrible
I probably
it is.
wouldn't like it.
It's you wouldn't not like it. It's infuriatingly
Is that Mel
bad.
Brooks?
Yeah.
It's not infuriatingly bad.
It's infuriatingly bad because everyone says it's good. It's not
What's
good.
not? What stinks
it's
about
so
it?
bad. The jokes are so bad, over the top delivery of them. Like, all right, we don't need it rubbed in our face.
Is that what the Schwartz be with you?
Yes.
Who ever laughed at that line?
Apparently, a bunch of people think it's hilarious.
Let the Schwartz be with you.
And it was delivered by the character Yogurt. See, his name was Yogurt instead of Yoda.
Look, that type of comedy was playing out at that time. I'm not saying it's the man's strongest work, but I'm saying it's not as bad as you're saying it is.
I'm saying I can't convey how bad it is.
I think
through normal speech.
There's certain parts like Yogurt and the Schwartz that aren't funny, but overall, it's way funnier than not funny.
No! You're a crazy person.
It's funny when he's talking about the doctor that's fucking his
when
nurse.
he's playing with his dolls.
And he goes, go back to the golf
Not
course and
funny.
work on your putts. That part's funny.
No.
Yes, it is. You just laughed at it.
No, I was laughing at Travis fucking telling me the part where he's playing with his dolls was funny.
Yes.
Not funny.
Can I make a suggestion? I think we know what the next Secret Show movie show
I think that's
needs
true.
to be.
It needs to be Spaceballs.
The funniest moments of Spaceballs is a 10-minute clip.
And that's the maximum that they'll allow.
No, it's not. Oh, the cross-eyed guy?
Yeah.
It's not funny.
You don't even think it's funny?
It is. The asshole thing?
Jim, do you want to watch some?
No.
Oh, yeah.
What? You went over my helmet?
Well, not exactly over, sir.
Helmet
But
jokes.
more to the side. I'll always call you first. It'll never happen again. Never, ever. Oh, shit. No. Please. No.
Put his finger in it.
Not that.
Yes. That.
Oh, he's
Shooting him in the penis.
He's shooting him in the dick with his little ring laser beamy thing.
Look at that guy's face. That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
It's funny how he's like aroused by it.
Of course I do, sir. Everybody knows that. Of course we do, sir.
Naughty.
Funny.
Beam him down.
Yes, sir. Immediately, sir.
What are they do? What is this?
I've never seen this movie.
It's so bad.
Close it backwards.
What's happened to his head?
It's on backwards.
But this is terrible. Do something.
You're right
I'm
about
sorry,
that.
sir. There must have been a microconverter malfunction.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
We'll beam you back, sir.
Forget it. Forget it. No more beaming. This time I'm gonna walk.
Why?
He was right next door.
Is that Jeffrey Tambor?
No, it's not optic.
No.
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
Cross-eyed.
Who made that man a gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin. Who is he? He's an asshole.
Stop laughing.
That's funny.
Funny.
That's a funny line. He's an asshole. It's funny.
Asshole. Major asshole. And his cousin? He's an asshole too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole. How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo!
That's funny, too.
That's all right.
Well, they got it.
Knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
All right.
The reader, sir.
This part's funny when he breaks
Michael
the thing.
Winslow.
This is no.
Jam.
It's funny when he breaks the thing.
Jammed and there's jam leaking out of it. That's
Yeah.
very, very airplane-ish.
Yeah.
Raspberry. There's only one man who would dare give me the raspberry. Lone
They cut it out. They didn't show it. That's funny.
That's funny to me, too.
No.
Yeah.
Lone Star.
What?
Lone Star.
That was funny.
That's funny.
Attack. Prepare to
That's really
attack
funny.
On the count of 3.
Darth Vader getting hurt is funny.
Yeah.
2.
This movie is hilarious. That is fucking funny.
No, sir. We'll find them, catch them. Yes,
You
sir.
guys are cracking up. I can't believe
This
this.
shit flew away before he counted to 3.
Oh, yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed. Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take us. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders?
Look how big his helmet is.
Chicken?
Oh, Colonel Sanders chicken.
Come on, ship! Stop this thing! We can't stop. It's too dangerous. We've got to slow down first.
This movie is great.
Funny the way he says it. We can't stop. It's too dangerous.
Oh, this is where he flies head first. Yeah.
Try here. Stop.
That's pretty funny.
All right. They're watching themselves on the monitor.
It's when this is supposed to be that they watch the movie to see what happens next. So
They acknowledge.
What the hell am I looking at?
They acknowledge
Is this
that they're in
another
the
weird
movie
Mel
so
Brooks
many
ending?
times.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
in the middle.
But they just acknowledge that they're in a movie.
It is Blazing Saddles. They're
What happened
stupid.
then? We passed that.
I laugh every time his helmet clanks.
That is funny, though.
When he puts his mask down and it clanks.
That's funny.
That's funny.
You're a dope.
Just now. When will then be now? Soon. How soon?
That is funny.
Sir, what? We've identified their location. Where? It's the moon of Vega. Good work. Set a course and prepare for our arrival. When? 1900 hours, sir. By high noon tomorrow, they will be our prisoners. I don't see them, Sanders.
Helmets
shit
are
is
all
funny.
gigantic.
It's not funny.
It is, dude.
You're laughing.
You're
I'm
so
laughing
wrong.
at you guys laughing.
You're so wrong.
That's funny.
It's not funny. He's got like an adventurer helmet on and it's giant.
I haven't seen this movie in like 15 years. I forgot how funny it was.
Oh, look again. It's a movie. We get it.
Spaceballs, the coloring book.
It's Yogurt. Look how funny. His name's Yogurt.
Spaceballs, the breakfast
And he's an
cereal.
over-the-top Jew character.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower. The kids love this one.
Oh, God.
Last but not least, Spaceballs the doll. Me. May the Schwartz be with you. Adorable.
That's terrible.
He said adorable. It's funny when he says adorable.
I'm not.
Sir? What?
He's right there. Why would he need the megaphone?
No, you fool. We're following orders. We were told to call the desert.
Calm the desert. Get it?
The
But he
megaphone.
prefaces it by saying, "Are we being too literal?"
Nothing yet, sir.
Oh, stop. They did it 3 times already before he said
How
that.
about you?
The megaphone thing is funny. The cone thing is not.
Sir.
Hold on, this part's funny though.
Oh, is it?
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
That's funny. The two black guys.
Lord help me, Black! We need it on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door!
Are fucking laughing like this is hilarious.
He's playing with
I
dolls.
see you playing with your dolls.
Look
I
how
don't
scared
get
he
it.
gets. Rewind that. Look how scared he gets because he gets caught playing with his dolls.
We ain't found shit.
This is a funny movie.
Lord help me, Black! You need it on the bridge, sir.
You guys are just fucking around
No,
now.
some of the stuff is funny.
Oh,
I think.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
I'm not.
They come
Wants to be a villain.
1, 2, 3,
right.
4,
That's-
5.
The father.
That's the stupidest combination I ever heard in my life. That's the kind of thing an idiot would have on his luggage. It works, sir. We have the combination.
Great. Now we can take every last breath of fresh air from planet Druidia.
Oh.
What's the combination?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
That's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
All right, we get the
Come on.
joke.
He's an idiot.
Spaceball 1 for immediate departure.
Yes, sir.
He's,
And change the combination on my luggage.
all right.
The Darth Vader getting caught in stuff I enjoy.
imperious force of...
I can appreciate the
Slapstick.
Darth Vader character getting hit with things.
coming around
No,
now.
getting hit with things, but it doesn't justify this movie. terrible. This is not fucking good.
Bitch.
Who's playing that one stiff guy?
I don't know that guy's name. He's really funny.
He's in a lot of things.
I just think it's terrible.
Holy shit!
That's John Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hail through! Ship is too big. If I walk, the movie will be over. Sir. Yes. Oh. Never have that damn thing down in front of me. How do I know you're not making faces at me under that thing?
All right, he's making faces.
Planet True idiot.
It's not funny.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, we give him the Vulcan.
The Vulcan neck bench? No, stupid. You got it much too high. It's down here where the shoulder meets the neck. Like this.
Bill Pullman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Pullman from
Pullman.
fucking Independence Day.
Sanders, what's
This
going
is
on?
our
It's Mega Man.
Independence Day.
That movie stinks.
Oh, terrible.
Let's nuke the bastards.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
on the
watching
horn. Let everyone know how to take down these sons of bitches.
That part where Randy Quaid flies his plane into them. When I saw that in the movies, the audience started applauding, and I literally had douche chills. I was like, am I the only fucking person with a brain in this whole goddamn theater right now?
That's how I feel fucking watching Spaceballs.
You didn't like when he said, let's nuke, let's...
What you are about to be.
Tell everyone how to take down these sons of bitches.
Oh, it's so bad. And then Judd Hirsch basically doing the yogurt
he's
voice.
the yogurt character. May the Schwartz be with you.
You're my son, and you're brilliant, but you're an ass.
David,
oh, my
David,
God.
my son David.
Oh, my God.
He said to all, my son David. Right.
I'll watch this though.
No, you won't.
The little shrimpy Darth Vader with the big helmet does make me laugh. and like that, the fucking helmet clanking, or when he falls and his head goes into the fucking thing and the thing closes on his back. That made me laugh.
You know, Jim describing it is funny. It's funnier than watching it. Like Jim saying when the little Darth Vader guy bashes his head into something. See, that's funny.
See, I like a certain slapstick like that with a clanging metal is funny. I enjoy it. It's like when the Stooges would smash each other with a wrench. It would always make me laugh.
Oh God!
You're
the
wrong.
funniest Stooge
I'm
thing.
not wrong.
The funniest Stooge thing I ever saw, because it was so fucking. Should I not be talking over this?
No, it's not funny.
It was so morbidly fucking like sadistic. Is Moe's on his hands and knees, and Shemp. Shemp's sitting at a desk, and Moe's on his hands and knees looking under the desk for something, and Shemp opens the drawer, and Moe stands up and bangs his head on the drawer, and he goes, you think that's funny? And he takes Shemp's hand, and he puts it in the drawer, and just starts slamming the drawer repeatedly. It's like, it's sadistic. It's like so crazy.
Yeah. You know how bad that would hurt?
I know. It makes me laugh so fucking hard.
I love Shemp more than Curly. He
Me
always made me
too.
laugh.
Goddamn
Shemp, I
funny,
prefer
man.
Shemp.
Me
He's
too.
such a dumpy man.
Yeah.
And just to see a dumpy man. I forget what they were doing, but they were doing like window washing.
Of course.
And it was like a broom or something. And Shemp's on top of a ladder and Moe is below him. And he just takes the broom and he jams like the big bristle end up into Shemp's face. And it just made me really laugh. What a mean thing to do to a guy. Jam a piece of wood into his face.
You ever see the one where the bathroom's flooded? Classic Shemp. The bathroom's flooded. He's got to get the water out of the bathroom. He takes out a drill and he starts drilling holes in the floor to get the water out. And he goes, now I'm using the old noggin.